Hi, my name's Paul and this is PJT Ventures. Join me while I ramble on like an empty dump truck. Today's ramble, we're gonna crush some stone. So first we're gonna adjust the jaw to make it a little bit tighter crush. Last spring we were crushing 3" minus, and now I want some 3/4 inch to 1 inch crush for some road topping. So we're gonna tighten up the jaw. Now, I believe how it works is, I already got these guys loose, but if you pull up on these two, there's two big wedges down in there, and those wedges slide this big block forward, which pushes this toggle bar or whatever it's called forward, and that's what holds that's what sets the jaw angle, that when this guy is moved forward, he'll be tight against the stationary side of the jaw. Okay, I thought we'd put a bit of this on there. Let's see what we got. I think I'm gonna have to break that guy loose. I'm gonna scrape this dust off first. There we go. Looks like this one's already loose. Yep. We'll give it some love. Okay, just this block right here is gonna slide that way as I bring these big tapers up. So just watch right here, and you should see this block slowly move that way and push the jaw close the jaw. So I loosened them off and I banged them down to get them to drop down. Put a bit of WD-40 in there, and now we'll raise them up. And it's been set at 3" for quite a while. Okay, there we go. That's a pretty big stone. Look at it. Look at it go out there. We'll do this big one. And that tractor's at like maybe half throttle, maybe 3/4 throttle. Okay, here's where the magic happens. So you can see that oscillating action. Those great big flywheels. Here's a little conveyor. It always piles the stones on this side, but the fines on this side. But this is going to make great gravel. It's got enough sand in it, it'll tighten up. But yeah, like I was saying, to get 3/4 inch crush, you'd have to really, you'd have to change something with that machine, because I don't think it would quite do 3/4. I mean, that's a little bigger than 3/4, but no, this looks great. And then the little conveyor's doing good. The conveyor's run by a DC variable drive, and then run by the generator through this guy. I have it as a variable. You can slow it down and speed it up, but we just leave it full throttle. Yeah, so here's the heart of the machine. Those just the jaw, the two flywheels. Just the jaw and the two flywheels. None of the hopper, none of this trailer. That weighs 7 tons or 14 or 15,000 pounds. And then you add the hopper and the trailer and a bunch of the gear, so big boulders. Well, there you have it. We got it all set up this afternoon and it's almost time for supper, so we're gonna cut it short here, but it turned out really good. Kind of having some warm weather right now, and I'm kind of not really able to do some farming things because it's so muddy, but I thought I would just do a little bit of this crushing. Look at this. When the wind was blowing, look at the fines that come off this. There's like a drift right there. But anyways, yeah, look at this. This is beautiful. Lots of fines. Like I said before, the larger stuff's on this side of the pile, but I mean, once you spread that out, that's gonna be great. Yeah, I cobbled this thing together with a a whole bunch of things. That was a Junkyard Wars special right there. We pulled these pulled those conveyors out of something, and then this was an old grain auger, and then put the, like I said, the DC drive on it up there, and then this thing, yeah. So back in, I think, the late fall of 2015, my brother ordered from Jason at Mount Baker Mining and Metals in Washington. He ordered the new 16 by 24 inch jaw crusher. So you can kind of see This is its frame right here. It came with the 2 flywheels, and that was it. And that right there weighs about 14 or 15,000 pounds. I think if you go on his website, you can see this exact model. And so then we mounted it on this wagon. This used to be one of those, like a gravel belly dump with a dedicated or a permanent 5th wheel that you would pull maybe behind a gravel, like a tandem, and they became too short, so they became I guess non-commercially rated anymore. So we just cut the top hopper off and set this unit down inside there. And then I made the just made the PTO system. We had designed the PTO for a 200 horsepower tractor because that's what they said it would take to run this thing. Now that's probably when it was at full capacity, but so I built the drivetrain to withstand 200 horsepower, and we hit all the RPM requirements and everything, and so here it is. So yeah, it works great. We've crushed a lot with it. I mean, the crusher, like I said, I think in a previous episode, the crusher's only as good as your screens and your conveyors. But yeah, it's been awesome, and nothing's gone wrong with it. We've had it since, like I said, 2006, the spring of 2016. I built this all, and then my brother put it to work with his business, and there was this one. I could go on for hours, but there was a river valley, and he had like 6 or 7 customers who it was like the Trojan horse. It just went from customer to customer to customer, where they had the pit run off in that kind of their river valley, and he just went an entire summer. Just it ran steady, and he made all sorts of revisions and all sorts of screening things, and had excavators and stuff that would go from job to job. And some of the customers would stockpile. Some of them paid him in gravel. Some of them, it was just. And then there's been other jobs too, where there was a big mansion being built, and they were going to have to export all the kind of the sandstone that came out of the basement, and then they were going to have to import fill, because it was one of those ICF foundations where the engineer wouldn't let them put the rock against the styrofoam. And so he brought the crusher in, and he cut the trucking right out of it. So he crushed the sandstone that pulled out of the basement, turned it into usable backfill material, and then also used it for part of the road bed. So, jobs like that where it's so small and so versatile that it can just go in to different job sites and whatnot. I have it set up here kind of semi-permanently, just because we have dozens and dozens of huge rock piles. Each quarter section that has a fence line has, like, I don't know, hard to say, but like I said, I pulled, I'd say there's 100 tons in each quarter section of each fence line. And every time we clear up a fence line, there's 100 tons of rocks that come out of there, and we've got to do something with it. So anyways, another just example of this machine being universal, and yeah. So anyways, we'll do some more crushing tomorrow, and thanks again for joining me, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye for now.